We're gonna rock out. Let's get this thing going. So, um, as you join in the call, if you can just mute your mics. If you don't want your video on, it don't matter. That's up to you. We just want to keep the back noise, down while we going for it, so that way we don't have no type of distractions or anything, guys. All right. So just mute your mics, and we'll get this thing ready to rock. Let me know in the chat box if you can just type a one that you can hear and see me loud and clear. There's a chat box. Just let me know that the. All right, Angel says, "Yup, Nina, we good." All right, thank you, everybody. All right, let's get rocking and rolling, everybody. I'm gonna share my screen. Um, oh, all right, guys. Like I said, my name is Manny Rodriguez. I am an ordained minister at Community Church of Coatesville. My brother is Pastor Jonathan Rodriguez. He's the lead pastor there. My lovely wife is Nina. We've been married for 3 years, going on 4. We've been together for 7, going on 8. We got 2 beautiful children, right? You guys can see in the picture. We got a 6-year-old daughter. Her name's Milani, and we got a 6-month-old baby boy. His name is Noah. Um, this what we do, guys. My wife, she actually retired from her job. She don't work a 9 to 5 no more. She's actually a trader. And the person that probably you talked to about this opportunity, you probably explained, he or she explained a little bit to you about it. Um, Let me check something real quick. They probably explained to you something about it, probably real briefly, and they didn't get too deep with it, but I'm here tonight to explain it real thoroughly for you guys, so that you have a clear understanding. But yeah, this my wife. She don't work. She's home. She stays home and she makes her income trading on the world's largest financial market. I do work. I still work a union job. I'm a blue collar type of dude. And for those that don't know what that means I don't work behind the desk. I work outside. I work a hard laboring job. I drive big trucks. I got a CDL license. That's what I do. Pretty soon, because of this opportunity, I am quitting my job. I am quitting my job, and I'm going to be home because there's nothing like time, right? You can drop money on the floor, you can drop any material on the floor, and you can pick it back up. But the one thing that you can't pick back up is time. And as you guys see in these pictures, if you look to the top right hand corner, there's my 2 mentors here, Eric Sawyer and Spella Suga. They're both full-time traders. They don't work themselves either. They don't work a traditional 9 to 5. Spella is actually a 6-figure earner on the market. She trades, she makes over 6 figures. So just think about that. Eric, he's another full-time trader. He kills the market. He kills them, man. So we're gonna get into this. I'm gonna show you guys some more. I just wanted to introduce myself so that way y'all understand my background. Y'all know who I am. So you're not just thinking like, oh, I don't know who this guy is, right? You need to know who you're getting information from. Um, so here we go. I'm going to click the next slide. Guys, so I want to explain something to you guys. I want to give you a brief a little information from this man right here, Robert Kiyosaki. He's a lot of people really don't recognize his name, but if you ever heard of Rich Dad Poor Dad, that's him. He's the author of that. He's also the author of Cash Flow Quadrant, right? And he has this system in the Cash Flow Quadrant book, which is an awesome book. Rich Dad Poor Dad is awesome too. I highly suggest that you guys go out and purchase that. It will give you a paradigm shift in your mind on how the money works in this world and how the wealthy keep getting wealthy and the poor keep staying poor. Because all growing up all my life, They always tell me it was this, it was that. It was because you had to be born rich, but really not. It's not really like that. In some cases it is, but really the wealthy just they figured out certain information. So that and they ran with it and they kept the information to themselves. So tonight is information of what we do and what some of us have been able to leave our 9 to 5s to do full time and be home with in some cases with our kids and our family. So this is Robert Kiyosaki's he calls this the four quadrant. He has the B, the EBSI. So with the E it stands for employee, right? Like me, I'm an employee. I punch a clock. A lot of you guys are probably employees. Y'all punch a clock. And basically, an employee, all an employee does is exchange their time and effort for an income, right? So if you work 40 hours, you get paid 40 hours. If you work 20 hours, you get paid 20 hours, right? How many hours you put in is what you get paid for. And that's 60% of the world's population. What they do, 60%. So more than half of the world's population, they are an employee. They are an employee, guys. They go to work, they work their hours, and that's what they get paid. They're just workers. This is just what it is, and it's facts because everybody that I know in my family, they work, they punch a clock. So that's the E quadrant, and then down here we got the self-employed, right? Now the self-employed and the business owners are different, and I always thought they were the same until I read this book and realized, like, whoa, there's a difference, right? The self-employed, they work for themselves, right? They work for themselves, which I thought was a business owner, but I'm going to explain to you that it's really not the same, right? They make money, but they have no time to enjoy it. So the self-employed, right? What does that mean? Okay, so they own a business, they're the boss of the business. But if they don't show up to their business, if they call out sick that day, they don't get paid. They don't get paid. That's a self-employed, right? So you have money, because usually a lot of self-employed, a lot of self-contractors or people that do homes and they don't work for no boss, and that's all good and dandy. But they work in 16, 18 hours a day, just like some employees, because they don't got nobody to depend on to make that money for them. And Robert Kiyosaki breaks it down that that's 35% of the world's population. So you got 60 and 35% that are employees and self-employed, right? That's 95% of the world's population. And guess what? They only own 5% of the money in the world. 95% of the people only own 5% of the money in the world. So that means there's 95% money on the table. Who has it, right? The business owners. Let me tell you the business owners. Let me break. This is the difference between self-employed and business owners. The business owners have systems working for them and they build assets, right? For an example, McDonald's. McDonald's is whoever owns the McDonald's, your nearest McDonald's is a business owner because they themselves is not going in there flipping burgers or putting salt on the fries. They're not doing that. They have a system in place where they have a bunch of 16-year-olds cooking the food. They're business owners. They sit back and they collect, right? Because they own a business, because they acquired assets that pays them to be home or pays them to be traveling or whatever. Guys, this is what the world is. This is what it consists of. And that's 4% of the popular world's population. That this is what Robert Kiyosaki says. And then we have the 1%, the rare 1%, right? The investor, the trader, right? They have money working for them and they have unlimited income potential, right? So they know how to compound their money. They know how to get in the markets and make their money work for them. That's only 1%. That's when you put those two quadrants together, that's only 5%, which completes the other on the other side, the 95. That makes 100% of the world's population. But yet this 5% owns 95% of the money. Powerful stuff. It's powerful stuff, right? Because I want 95% of the money. I mean, I don't want all that. I just need a little bit percentage of that because that's a lot of money on the table that these 5% world's population have. It's amazing, guys. If you guys get this book, he goes really in depth. He breaks it all the way down, and I promise you, it will change the way you think. Everything you learned in school, it will undo it because some of the stuff that they set up in these systems while we was growing up is false. They didn't give us the real information, and he exposes a lot of things in the world. So I'm gonna keep moving on, guys. This is the little disclosure. I'm gonna tell you guys about the power of trading, right? The 1% of the investors and what they do, the active investors and what they do in trading in the market. We have the two world's largest markets, financial markets in the world, right? What is that? A lot of people, I used to think to the stock market, the New York Stock Exchange is the largest, market financially that you could get into, but it's not. It's not. Actually, the New York Stock Exchange can't even hold a candle compared to the foreign exchange, right? Let me tell you why. Because the foreign exchange market is the world's currency market. So that means you got New York, London, Asia, you got Europe, you got Great Britain, you got Japan, you got Australia, you got all the world's money coming to one market. The New York Stock Exchange, I think, is 4.8 billion or 5 billion maybe. The foreign exchange market is 5.3 trillion with a T, not with a B, with a T. It blows the New York Stock Exchange away. And another thing is the New York Stock Exchange is only open from 8 to 4, Monday through Friday. What we got here in the foreign exchange market is open 24 hours, 5 days a week. The other big thing going on, guys, I don't know if you guys heard, I'm sure, a lot of you probably did hear about it, but cryptocurrency. What's cryptocurrency? Bitcoin. Bitcoin is a cryptocurrency. That's another big market. That's what we trade. That's what we do. We got foreign exchange and we got Bitcoin. We got the two world's leading biggest financial market right at the palm of our hands. That right there is already information that a lot of people don't even know. You guys are already ahead of the curve just by knowing that. And the best thing about technology in 2018, you could trade on any device. You could trade on your cell phone. You could trade on your cell. You could trade on your laptop. You could trade on your computer. As long as you got a stable internet connection, you could trade anywhere. It's powerful, guys. It's powerful. So Imarkets Live, right? Imarkets Live. This is our core leadership, right? Pastor always says, but Jesus really said it. He said the blind can't lead the blind, right? What does that mean? That means if Uncle Joe that works at the, as a custodian for 20 years, if he's telling you how to make $1 million, that don't make sense because Uncle Joe himself don't even have $1 million, right? You're not going to really go get marriage counseling from somebody that's been divorced 10 times, because they really don't have a successful marriage, right? The blind can't lead the blind, right? So let me tell you something about our core leadership in Imarkets Live. Christopher Terry, the CEO, the founder, him and his wife, the founder of Imarkets Live, is a 25-plus year veteran trader in the foreign exchange market, and he's doing crypto trading. He made $50 million, and you can look this up. He's on Forbes magazine, which, if you don't know, Forbes magazine is the wealthy magazine of the rich in the world. He's in Forbes magazine with his fortune that he's made off of trading. $50+ million, right? So I would say that this guy knows what he's talking about. Actually, my mentor told me, Spella, when she used to trade with him, because she did trade with him a few years back for one whole year, she said there wasn't only but one trade that didn't go through that he called out of a whole year. One trade. The dude is a mastermind. He's a beast, right? So Christopher Terry is just he's out of he's the Michael Jordan of trading. Just think of him like that. He's the Michael Jordan of trading. And we all know Michael Jordan is the GOAT. He's the greatest of all time, right? Right here we got Isis De La Torre, right? She's the CFO, which she has all her license. She was a Wall Street broker. She was the first woman on the floor handling the money, handling the finances in New York. She's also from Dominican Republic, so she came over here as an immigrant. She is self-made. Christopher Terry is self-made. It's one thing coming from family that has money. It's another thing not being poor and making $1 million, right? Like I said, guys, the blind can't lead the blind. And these two are married. They've been married for over 30 years. And I got a little secret to tell you guys. Christopher Terry got taught by Isis how to trade. She taught him how to trade. She told him, listen, this is what I do for a living. You should look it up. And he picked it up years ago, and he ran with it. So I thought that was cool. I thought that was a cool story when they told me and let me know that. I was like, man, she's a boss lady. If I have any women on here, she is a boss lady. She took over and she made her man make more fortunes. That's a boss lady. And I know there's some out there on this call right now. Right here we got Alex and Yvonne Tapia. They're executive vice presidents. They basically, all they do is expose the information, right? This company, when it first started, only had about 10,000 customers. When these two guys joined, they took it to 80. Right now, we're up to 80,000 customers. We're up to 80, and we're privately owned and we're debt free. That's very important, guys. Very important, because a lot of companies get started and they take a loan from the bank, and that means they're in debt. If they don't make their quota, or if they don't make the money, the bank comes and shuts them down. There ain't nobody coming to shut us down. We debt free. This is all paid for, and we're privately owned. You guys got to look into this stuff, because the blind can't lead the blind. So I'm here to let you know the information. So Alex, Yvonne, they also traders. They trade their money. They make money. They know how to compound their money in the markets. With Imarkets Live, right? It's basically, what is it? What's the platform that we're using with Imarkets Live? Imarkets Live is basically an institution of education, right? So with Imarkets Live Academy, you're getting 100 plus education videos, right? That simplify the learning process by basically what I like to tell people, from kindergarten, like you went to kindergarten, all the way up to your senior year in high school. That's pretty much it. They take you step by step, starting with what the market is, what we do, how we do it, to all the way of knowing, maybe geometry in the market, or understanding certain patterns or anything. I mean, it goes from basic, where anybody can really understand it, to advanced, to professionally, right? This is the Harvard of Forex trading. Imarkets Live is the Harvard of Forex trading, right? You basically getting in an Ivy League school with the education that they give you, right? They're available in major languages. So if English isn't your first, maybe Spanish, you're more dominant, maybe you speak a little French and you wanna test it, we got all that. We got traders and trainers and educators that speak over 20 plus languages. We got it. And we don't just like I said, we don't just teach the Forex. We also have cryptocurrency, which is how to trade Bitcoin. I've always been interested in Bitcoin because I knew Bitcoin was the future. And you guys got to do your homework and look it up. Bitcoin is starting to take over. Eventually, Bitcoin will take over the US dollar. We got to understand. And this is why the wealthy stay wealthy, because we don't have the information to be ahead of the game. But with Imarkets Live, we have the information now. We have the information, guys. It's available to us. With Imarkets Live, you also get the TV, right? So how many of us got Netflix, right? We all got Netflix. We all got Verizon, Comcast. I got a Dragon box. Some of us got Kodi. We got Fire Sticks, right? So Imarkets TV is the Netflix of crypto and foreign exchange. So what does that mean? Some of us have been going to school or have went to college. You ever had the course where your professor didn't come in, but he did a video chat? That's pretty much Imarkets Live TV. You're sitting down with professional traders that make six figures in the market. They don't work a 9 to 5. They actually trade, and they make a living off of trading. And they're getting on a live video with you with a chat box where you can ask them questions, and they're basically showing you what they're looking at and what they're doing, and they're taking trades with you. They're giving you trade ideas. Hey, I think Euro JPY is going to do this. You should sell it. They're right there live telling you what to do. Just like how your professor would be live giving you the lecture that you need for the upcoming test. Same thing, guys. I want you to think about this like if it's, the Harvard, the college level. This is professional prestige level that we talk about, right? They have nearly over 1,000 hours a month of live education. So let's say you work in a night shift and you're like, well, I sleep during the day. Guess what? They got afternoon educators. They got morning educators. They got nighttime educators. There's not a slot during the time of the day where nobody's on teaching. They got to cut 60 plus educators, and they have a rotation of a time schedule that they take. So you guys ain't missing nothing. I work nights sometimes. I work days. I don't miss a training at all. I don't miss a live session at all. The difference between Imarkets Live TV and Netflix is Netflix don't pay and don't get you paid. You actually making them money with your subscription. But Imarkets Live TV is paying you and getting you paid because they're teaching you and they're giving you trade ideas, right? Again, we're available in 8 major languages. So if English ain't your major language, or you want to practice on your French, we got it for you guys. Also, this is a product that Imarkets Live got, and we don't just stop from it. We got the harmonic scanner, right? What is the harmonic scanner? I know you guys see it right here in the picture. You see some candlesticks, you see some patterns. You're probably like, oh, what's that? I don't even know. That looks crazy. That looks cool. Oh, that looks intimidating. Don't worry about none of that. Imarkets Live teaches you everything. But this scanner is about 80% accurate. It's actually my favorite product that I use to trade my money. And my wife also uses it sometimes too. A lot of people in our team use it because it's 80% accurate. It does 90% of the work for you. All you got to do is enter where it tells you to enter and take the money where it tells you to take the money. It's pretty much it. It's as simple as that, guys. The web analyzer is the same thing, just a little different. It's a little faster in the market. It's for people that want to get in and out, right? So the harmonic scanner might not be for this person that uses the web analyzer because they want to get in and out. They want to get their money and get out. They want to get their $100 and get out. They don't want to hold the trade and they don't want to stay in it any longer. So we got the web analyzer for you guys too. These are all robots that Christopher Terry himself has designed and is time tested and time proven. 16 plus years is the harmonic scanner. They told me 16 plus years he's been working on it, right? This ain't just overnight thing where he just popped up and gave it to us. No, it's been 16 years in the making while he's been trading. Awesome stuff, guys. Awesome stuff. You also get the swing trades and night owl, right? So what if I was to tell you guys that Warren Buffett, right? And for y'all that don't know Warren Buffett, he's the third richest man in the world, and he's a big-time investor. What if I was to tell you guys, if I got a phone call from Warren Buffett and he said, hey, Manny, buy gold or buy oil because tomorrow the stock's going to go up. And I sat here on the phone calling everybody I know and said, yo, buy oil, buy oil. Warren Buffett just told me to buy oil. What are you going to do? Go buy oil, right? Same thing with Christopher Terry. Every Sunday night at 11 p.m. Eastern, he gets on the live with us and he does charts. He basically, what that means is he looks at charts and he tells us where the market's going to go or where he thinks, what trades to take and what he thinks is the prediction and the forecast of the market for the week coming up. Can you imagine the Michael Jordan of Forex trading, right? Or let's just say Michael Jordan, period. Can you imagine Michael Jordan says, yo, come and practice with me. I'm going to teach you how to do my famous fadeaway jump shot, right? The same fadeaway jump shot he hit for years in the game, for game winners. That's what Christopher Terry, our CEO of our company, that's what he does. He charts it up for you. He tells you what to do. He tells you what to look for. Amazing, guys. Amazing. And listen, he's did about 7 of them now. I've been on 5 of them. And everything that he's done is happening. Everything that he drew up on the market, it happened. This dude it's like he's prophetic. It's like he just knows. But that's what happens when you got 25 plus years in the game and you make $50 million trading your money in the market. It's crazy, guys. We got swipe trades and swipe coin. So basically, let me explain this to you. For those that use Tinder, I never use Tinder because I'm married and my wife is on the call, and I'll probably get my butt kicked if I admit that I use Tinder. So I never used Tinder in my life. But from what I heard, Tinder, you swipe left or you swipe right, right? You swipe left if it's something that you want, or you swipe right, or vice versa. I might have got it mixed up. But that's what swipe trades and swipe coin is, right? So let me tell you. Basically, with swipe trades and swipe coin, it's another product that we offer that you get trade ideas from 6-figure, 7-figure traders, right? So these traders, they're sitting back, they're doing their charts, they're doing everything, and at maybe 8 p.m. they send out a signal saying, "Hey guys, take this trade. You want to buy this pair, you want to sell this, because this is what I'm doing." They're giving you their trades that they themselves are taking, right? And they're just sending it to your phone, and all you're doing is swiping left, swiping right, whether you want to keep it or not, and you're copying and pasting it. So they give you the numbers, they give you the entry, they give you the take profit, they give you everything you need to know, and all you do is copy and paste it. Come on. How many of us copied and cheated on the test in school? I know I have. See, but you do the same thing with Imarkets Live with swipe coin and swipe trades, but you won't get in trouble. When you was in school, you get in trouble, you get caught. We're here. They tell you copy and paste, right? Because the blind can't lead the blind. If I don't make $1 million or six figures in the market, I can't teach you or tell you how to do it. It's just not physically possible, guys. So whoever you get your information of, you got to make sure they got valuable. They got to have credit to them, right? Because some people will tell you things, and you're like, hold up, you yourself don't even practice what you preach. You don't even do what you say you to tell me what to do. You got to be careful where you get your information from. So yeah, this is swipe trades and swipe coin. This is what it is. This is what it is. You copy and paste and everything. Here's our group, guys. This is our personal group right here. I'm showing you screenshots of our group, of our team, right? If you look to the left right here, this is my wife. Her name's Nina. Most beautiful person on the car, I promise you. I got just my wife, guys. Nina right here made $118 trading gold. You guys see the screenshot? You see the screenshot? You can't change the screenshots. You can't photocopy. You can't do none of that. You can't, because whatever's in your screen, that's what the market gives you. If you see, there's losses on some of these, but there's more wins than losses. Nina made $118 investing what? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 83 cents. Tell me where, guys, can you take 83 cents and turn it into $118? There's nowhere. There's nowhere. But I can tell you in the foreign exchange market, you can do it. We got living testimonies. We got living testimonies. You can do it. And she said here in the group, when you wake up to money, it's going to be a good day. She did this in her sleep. She went to bed and put these trades in, and she made money. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. If you can make money in your sleep, there's no reason for you to come to work. There's no reason for you to get up at 6, 5 a.m., 7 a.m., whatever time you're getting up. You're groggy, you're tired. There's no reason for that for you to go to work. If you can learn how to master how to make money in your sleep. Right here, we got Melissa. Melissa joined us not too long ago. She said, I made a quick $61 this morning utilizing one of the amazing products, the Web Analyzer. Remember, guys, I was talking about the Web Analyzer, it gets you in and out. Absolutely loving this product right now. Hashtag winning. She took 50, $1, $1.50, $2, $2.50, $2.50, and compounded it to $61.37. There's nowhere in the world except the foreign exchange world that you can take your money and you can compound it 100, 200, 300, 400 times. There's nowhere except here. We got Mont right here. Mont, he says, shout out to my boy Eric Sawyer. That's the one that I showed you in the picture. He's my personal mentor. And Spella, those two are my personal mentors. And they mentor this actual team themselves. He said, oil news call this morning, I'm up 600 plus for the day. It's only 11 a.m. At 11 a.m., we at work talking about when's lunch. We ready for lunch. This dude, Mont, is in Philly, and he made what some of us make in a week before 11 a.m. in one day. That's the power of trading, guys. That's the power of trading. And this is how the wealthy stay wealthy. This is how the wealthy continue to compound their money. Because we don't know this information and we don't know how to do it, but yet they do. And this is how they keep getting money. They don't got to go to work. Come on, guys, get with it. And like I said, look, he took an $8 loss here, but then he won $140. He took $80.97 loss here, but then he won $21.58, $198. Are you willing to risk $20 to gain $80? Because that's what the market is. And there's nothing 100%. If you're looking for something that's 100%, this ain't going to be for you. I'm just going to be real. It ain't going to be for you because nothing in this world is 100%. Nothing in this world is perfect except for God. You're not perfect. I'm not perfect. Our system's not perfect. Our boss is not perfect. Our family's not perfect. Our spouse is not perfect. Nothing in this world is perfect. So if you're looking for something that's 100%, this ain't going to be for you. But what I can tell you is, are you willing to lose your $20 to get $80? Absolutely. Absolutely. Without a question. I'll give up $20 for 80. I'll give up $20 for 60, for 50. Because either way, I'm winning and I'm compounding my money. That's what we do, guys. This is what we do. Um, and you're probably asking me, that's all good, that's great, I'm hyped, I'm ready to go. So here we go. This is what you get, and this is what it costs, right? The Imarkets Live Platinum package is this. You get the IML Academy, you get the TV with your professors that are taking the trades, you get the harmonic scanner, which is the 80% accuracy robot that tells you what to take trades. You get the night out sessions with the Michael Jordan of Forex trading, all for one payment of $195 plus taxes and fees, so it's like $217. And after that, 30 days, monthly of $145 plus taxes, it's like $160, $150, right? I'm gonna do some math for you guys. $160, $150 divided by 4 weeks is only $40. You guys are investing $40 in your education. I just showed you screenshots, and I'm about to have my wife come on this call to let you know what she do and what her story, because I don't tell her story, I only tell my story. For $40 a week, I'm asking you to invest in your education so that you can make unlimited amount of money in the markets. Now, don't get me wrong, past results don't guarantee future profits, but I'm not typical. I'm not a typical trader, and neither are you, right? So don't think, oh, because Mott made 600, I'm gonna make, no, you might make 500, you might make 400. It all depends on what type of trader you are. Or you might make 1,000 and Mott made 6. It's all different. So don't think all might have the same results. No, it's a little different, right? It depends on the type of trader you are. But for $40 a week, you're investing in yourself, right? Warren Buffett said the greatest investment that you can make is in yourself. It's not in your job. It's not in nothing else that you're looking for. It's in yourself. You have to develop yourself. You have to develop your mind. We got years and years and years of school. We got years and years and years of parents. We got years and years and years of people telling us, oh, you got to go to school. You got to get a job. That's just the way the world is. So you gotta block all that noise, and you gotta relearn a skill set that can pay you for the rest of your life. And that's what Imarkets Live do. That's what they do. They give you a skill set that can pay you for the rest of your life, and that can retire your spouse, or retire you and your spouse. Or if you're single, just retire you, and you can go traveling. My mentor, Eric Sawyer, he's been to 20 plus countries. He just came back this weekend. He gave us a mentorship class. You know where he came from? He came from the UK. He came from the UK, not the BX, not the United States. He came from London, England. That's what he do. He travels because he don't got a job. He just trades. He trades on his cell phone. He'll make $1,000 a day and be like, okay, I'm going to London. That's what he do for a living. And then he comes back. He's sending us pictures on Instagram, tagging us like, yo, y'all gotta check this out. Yo, it's crazy. It's crazy. And this is what the wealthy do. That's why when you on Instagram, you see these rich cats, they flying, they traveling, and you're like, man, I want to do that. You can do it. You can do it. All you have to do is learn a skill set. A man can give you a fish and you can eat for a day, but a man can teach you how to fish and you can eat for a lifetime. That's a real saying. And this is what we're trying to do, guys. We're trying to expose you to information that can pay you for the rest of your life. You don't got to punch a clock no more. But all you got to do is commit yourself and invest $40 a week in yourself. Come on, man. That's a no-brainer to me. That's a no-brainer to me. I told my wife when this opportunity was brought to me, I said, man, we spend more than that on a weekend going out to eat. I'll sacrifice that weekend going out to eat so that way we can make thousands a day. And guess what? We doing it. We doing it, guys. I promise you, we doing it. My wife don't work. She stays home with the babies. But I'm not going to get too much in her story. She's going to tell her story. So, guys, $195 one payment, and then residually $145 plus taxes. That's cheap to me because there ain't no college that you could go to that's going to be that cheap. There's no college you could go to. College costs $60,000 to $80,000 depending on what you want and how many years you spend. We talking about chump change, guys. We talking about chump change for an education that can pay you. The additional add-ons is this: the swipe trades and the swipe coin. And the web analyzer, swipe trades is an additional $15 a month. The web analyzer 15, and the swipe coin is the biggest thing because we trade Bitcoin and cryptocurrency is $99 a month. If you want it, that's additional. You don't got to. But for the platinum package, you already getting a lot. You're getting the web analyzer, you're getting your professors, you're getting your Netflix, right? You're getting Michael Jordan, the Forex trading, and you're getting your academy that's going to teach you how to trade and how to make money. Let me tell you this, like any great school, they have a scholarship program, right? What's a scholarship? Scholarship is you basically go for however terms you agree for free to school, and you get your education. We got the same thing. It's called 2 for free. They just added this program not too long, a couple years ago, they told me, right? So basically, what does that mean? If you got 2 friends, 2 families that you know, always been talking about investing in the markets, always been talking about stocks and bonds, and I want to know how to do this and do that, you tell them this, hey, I found a place that's going to teach us for cheap. They're going to teach us and they're going to show us. And not only are they going to show us, they're going to be with us the whole way, telling us what trades to take. You get those 2 to sign up, your monthly, that 145, 160, 150, is waived. It's waived. You don't have to pay it. As long as you have your 2, it's free for you. It's free for you. Come on. There's no school. There's no educational platform where you could go and you can just get 2 people to sign up. Can you go to college right now and say, hey, I got 2 of my friends about to join the college. Is it my scholar? Do I get a scholarship? They're gonna tell you, get the hell out of here, and your 2 friends gotta pay more now. You know what I mean? That's just how it is. But we're not like that. We don't believe. Christopher Terry don't believe in that. Christopher Terry developed this system so that we can all win. The average man, the average woman, like me and you that work, we can become winners and wealthy. Wealthy, guys. I promise you. With that being said, I'm going to let my wife unmute herself, and she's going to tell you guys a testimony, powerful testimony. Real quick, she's going to take 5-10 minutes of your time, and then we're going to wrap this thing up. All right, guys? Babe, are you there? Nina, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, I can hear you. I'm going to mute myself. Go ahead, and it's all you.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. That's some really great, awesome information. There's some passion behind there that I'm loving because it's real life. You know, I really want to share my testimony with you guys because this happens in reality. It happens to people every day. We just don't hear about it. And what happened to me was I was pregnant with my son, and I left on maternity leave. So I left on maternity leave for 3 months. I returned back to work. In 2 weeks of me returning back to work, they fired me. I lost my job. I lost my income. And how many people know out there that in today's society, we can barely live off of 2 incomes, let alone just 1. So I was left with a newborn baby. I have an older daughter who's 6 years old. I do own a house. So I have a mortgage. I have bills. And now I'm left with 1 income because my job decided to let me go because I'm just a number to them. I'm just not useful to them anymore because I have a baby and now I have responsibilities. So now I'm more of a liability than anything useful to them. And I had to learn the hard way that jobs don't care about you. They just don't care about your life. They just don't care about your financial situation. They don't care about anything about you. They knew that I had a baby. They knew my son was 3 months old. And right when I got back to work, they fired me. I lost my job. I lost my income. They did not care if my kids had food on the table. They did not care if my bills were going to be paid. They did not care if my mortgage, if my home was going to go into foreclosure. All they cared was I wasn't useful for them anymore. And what I'm speaking to you today is this platform, Imarkets Live, this opportunity, what I'm about to tell you guys today is phenomenal. Everything that you heard is real life. Like this has happened in my life. Like I lost my job and I waited to join this opportunity when my back was against the wall, when I lost everything, when I was in a crisis. Don't wait until you're in a crisis to think, man, I should have joined that opportunity. I should have joined that thing so that I could be financially okay right now. There's so many households that could use an extra income in today's world, and we don't take advantage of it because we're comfortable at our jobs. We're comfortable in the situation that we're in when our jobs are just as not reliable. As you can see, I lost my job after 2 weeks of coming back from having a kid. It was not reliable. It's not a reliable source of income. They do not care about you. They do not care about you. All they care about is how much money you're making them. And once you don't make them money, it's time for you to go. And that's what happened in my life. So I took this skill set and I ran with it. I told my husband that I'm not going to have no excuses. If he would just take the opportunity, we would go in our savings and take the money out of our savings because I didn't have an income. So we had to touch our savings. For me to take this money out and to learn the education and to truly apply myself to the education and to learn a skill set that has changed my life. Now I have doubled our savings account. I'm waking up to hundreds of dollars. I'm going to sleep and waking up to $100, waking up to $200, waking up to $300, and I have been in this industry, in this skill set for only 3 months. Can you imagine what I'm going to do in 6 months, in a year, what my income's going to look like? Like the changes and the phenomenal platform that you have in the education that Christopher Terry gives is so phenomenal that you can learn a skill set in less than 3 months to double your income and what they're even paying you at work. Like, know that you are worth more. Know that you are worth more than that $10 an hour that they're paying you, that $15 an hour that they are paying you. It's more than just money. Like, now I'm home with my kids. I don't miss anything. I don't miss school trips. I don't miss anything with my kids. My son is 6 months old, and he's not going to have to cry when I leave him to go to work. I stay right home with him, and I go to work. I wake up to money. Like, it's so much more valuable to have my time back, my time freedom. It is so important, guys. Like, if you guys are in fear right now, like, you're looking at the screen like, I'm never going to learn this. I'm not capable of doing this. I'm here to tell you, were you capable of doing your job when they hired you? Did you know the position that they were going to give you? Were you going to walk in those doors that first day and say, you know, I'm going to know these systems. I'm going to know how to talk to these customers. I'm going to know how to do what they're trying to tell me to do. No, you didn't. You walked into that job not knowing anything. I knew when I walked into my job for training, I was asking the person in the front, like, where's the training room? I don't even know how to get around this building. And they taught you, and they taught you a skill set. They took you through trainings. They took you through videos. They took you through tests to prepare you to get ready for a skill set so that they can make thousands off of you while they're just paying you $10 an hour. They were preparing you for a skill set that were making them hundreds and thousands of dollars. I worked in a commission-based world. So what's so ironic is I would see what the company was making, and they would break it down on a piece of paper, and I would see that the company's making $186,000 a month off of the commissions that I'm bringing them, off of my hard work, and guess what? How much they were paying me? $500 out of that $186,000 that they made. That's how much I was worth to them. Look at yourself in the mirror and say, am I worth more? Like, I am worth more. And just take that opportunity. Do not be in fear of the education because they're providing you the training. Christopher Terry and IML and all the educators on here in the mentorship are providing you every step of the way of what you need, the training and the skill set that you need to learn so that you can make way more than what you would even be able to make at your job within 10 years. You think I would ever be making $300, $400, $500 a day at my job? Not even in 20 years they would pay me that. Not even in 20 years would I be making $500 a day, $300 a day. And being able to be home with my kids and be able to still make that kind of income is phenomenal. It's mind-blowing. So if you're sitting here looking at the screen like, I'm scared, I don't know what I'm doing, all I'm asking you today is take that leap of faith. I dare you, because you're going to be in an environment where they're not cutting you down, but they're building you up. You have mentors like Eric, like my husband, like myself, like Pastor Jonathan, like his wife Marilyn, that are lifting you up every day, training you and equipping you every day, encouraging you. Like, we didn't encourage each other in our groups. We push each other to the new limits. We do things that the environment itself has just been so helpful. Like, it's just been so encouraging to be with these people and lock arms with them and know that they're there for me for my greater good. They're not there for me like how a company would be there and tell you, oh no, in order to get to the next level, you got to chop this person up. You got to talk about this person. You got to do this. And all negative. No, we have an environment that's pushing you and helping you to get to your next level, that's stretching you to grow, that's taking you to make your income grow, that's trying to help you financially take you to your next level. Like, there's leaders in here that want to see you make $1,000 days. There's leaders in here that want to see you make $500 days. They want to see you winning. Like, get with the people and surround yourself with positive people and encouraging people that even when you doubt yourself, they're going to tell you, you can do this. Just keep going, because that's what you need. You need environmental people that are just going to support you, and that's what we have in our groups. Our groups are there to help you make money, to educate you, to help you push forward, and to help you get to your next level. And I'm here to tell you, I am living proof that this works. I'm telling you, I had no excuses. I just took it. I took that leap of faith, not knowing that if I was gonna have any income to pay for my next month, but I took it out my savings. And guess what? I was able to double my savings. I'm able to wake up every morning to my kids. I'm able to keep pushing every day, happy, loving my life, loving everything around me, loving my team because they're doing something great. And all I want to do is help the next people know that their potential is great. Your potential isn't limited. It's great. Like your potential is great. There's greater in you. There's greater in you than what the job is trying to push out of you. And that's what we hear as leaders. We're going to push you to get that greater out of you so that you can have the unlimited pay that you're worth. You're worth the $500 a day. You're worth that $1,000 days. You're worth $2,000 days. You're worth $4,000 days. Don't ever limit yourself. And I'm going to go ahead and give it back to my husband. If you guys have fear, keep pushing. Just take that leap of faith. I dare you just to take that leap of faith because you're not going to know what you're going to be able to do in 3 months. You might be in 3 months making $300. You might be making $600 days. You never know your potential until you take that leap of faith and just do it. And I'm going to go ahead and turn it back over to my husband, guys.
Guys, man, that was some fire, man. She got some passion, but you know what? People that got passion is because they've been through it. They've been through that. That's their story. That's her testimony. Like when somebody's straight, just dry and monotone, it's because they really don't got nothing in them, man. They dying. They dying. But when somebody is live and it's firing off like that, I'm telling you, it's because she knows what it is. She knows what her back up against the wall, guys. And I'm not going to keep beating on it. She covered a lot of things, man. We doing it. And listen, let me tell you about something. If you hang around six losers, you're only bound to be the seventh loser. That's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. If your circle of friends is nothing but negative, guess what? You bound to be negative. You gotta eliminate those distractions. You gotta get with winners so you can be a winner. You gotta get with eagles so you can be a flying eagle. You know what I mean? Eagles don't take the opinions of chickens. They just don't, guys. And this is why the wealthy stay wealthy. This is why they stay wealthy because they got information and they got education on something that we don't. But now we do. Man, I'm telling you, the leadership that we got with Eric Sawyer, he works personally with this group. He works personally with me and Pastor John and my wife. He works hand in hand. I'm telling you, this guy, he travels, he do his thing. Guys, you can look him up on Facebook and Instagram. Follow him. I'll send you the link. And you can see this is real life. Real life. And he's changing everybody's lives like he changed ours. And we try and change everybody on this call's life. That's why we talk the way we talk because we believe it. We're not selfish and trying to keep this down. We trying to help our people. Man, you guys, I'm gonna just finish this up and wrap it up because time is money. Time is money, and I gotta get on this. I gotta get on these charts because I got a call with Eric tonight, and I gotta make this money. So I gotta wrap this up myself, guys. So this is another part of the company that we got. If you wanted to become a business owner, right? I always wanted to own my own business. Why not? I always wanted to be my own boss. Guess what? Christopher Terry made a program where you can make money residually. For those that don't know what residually is, it means that money's going to come in regardless. As long as you put in certain qualifications, certain things that you meet, you're going to get residual income. It's going to come in every week, every month, every year. It's going to come in as long as you put in that work. It's not about you punching in the time, and it's about how much work you put in, right? Think about this. Think about when you had a job and you doing all the work, and your boy and your girl next to you, see, they just sitting there playing on the phone. And guess what? And y'all getting paid the same. Y'all getting paid the same. It ain't like that. The work you put in is the work you're going to get out. And that's the way life is. That's the way life is. So I'm not going to talk too much about this because at first I wasn't interested in it, but I'm going to just breeze past this so you guys can see another way of making an income. Another stream of income, right? They said the average millionaire has 7 streams of income. If you only depending on one income, you got to catch up. You got to catch because the average millionaire has 7 streams, all right? They got properties, they got rentals, they got businesses, they invest in the market, they got all these incomes coming in all different directions. That's why they wealthy. So you got to start expanding your mind. You got to start expanding your mind on thinking, how can I make more money? How can I make more income come to my household? So I can make money work for me and me not work for money, right? So this is the team builder bonus when you become an IBO for the company. The first person you refer, you get a $35 off the rip. You get 35 bucks, right? That's gas. The person that they refer, not you, the person that you refer, if they refer the second person, you get $10. So you didn't even do nothing. You got $10 for your friend referring their friend. And guess what? If their friend that referred their friend refers their friend, the third friend, you get $5. You get $5. When you become an IBO, that's what you get. That's what the company rewards you one time. That's, so if you get 3 people and you didn't even do the work for the other 2, they just word of mouth, which is the most popular and most powerful way of marketing is word of mouth, right? When you go see a good movie, what do? You go back to your family and you say, "Yo, that movie was crazy," and guess what? They go watch it, but you don't get paid for it. You don't get paid by the movie theaters or that movie for saying that and referring your family to go spend $30, $50 at the movie theater to go watch that movie. But here at IML, if you refer IML to anybody, you get a little treat. Come on, guys. We talking about money now. We're not talking about nothing. We talking about the things that can pay your bills and that can set you free and that can change your life. That's what we talking about. We know that the Bible says, the good word says that the man that owns the gold makes the rules. And it's true. Because the government owns the gold. And guess what? They make the rules. And we got to live by it. I don't want to get too far off topic, but this is it, guys. This is it. And then I'm going to breeze by and I'm going to end it. If you was to get 3 people, the company will pay you $150 a month. And guess what? The company pays weekly every Friday. So you would get $37.50 a week. Let me hold on. 150 times 12 months in a year, you just gave yourself an $1,800 raise from your job. Now, I don't know about you, but there ain't no job giving you $1,800 raise. It's not happening. It's not. They might give you in 2, 3, 4, 5 years, they might give you a $200 raise. They ain't giving you no $1,800. If you was to get 3, right? You get 3 people, and those 3 get their 3. That's 12 people total. 3, 6, 9, 12. You would get $600 a month. $600 a month. You would get paid every Friday $150 a week. 150, 600 times 12. You just gave yourself $7,200 raise. Come on, guys. And so on, it just keeps going up and up. Let's say you're 12, and I'm not talking about you going out and getting 12 people by yourself. No, the people you got, get their people, and their people get their people. You going bank, you going to get the money. You get 30 active platinum packages in your organization, they paying you $1,000, and it keeps going up and up and up. I'm not going to keep breaking it down because some people might not, they just want to know about the trading. But this is another way of making income. So there's 2 ways of making income. You could be a business owner of your own business, which means your taxes at the end of the year will be less, because if you didn't know, business owners, they pay less taxes than us that work. We pay 38% of the world's taxes. They pay about 15% because they write everything off. They write everything's a write-off. You better look it up. You got the internet. We live in the age of information. Look it up. They pay about 15 to 18%. We pay 38%. How does that work? They make triple, quadruple the money that we make, and we pay more taxes. That's why when you work overtime, you get more taken out your check. And you're like, what the? I put in more hours and I got more taken out. That's just the way of the world, because the one that owns the gold makes the rules. And this keeps going up and up, guys. This keeps going up and up. We talked about 1,000. If you was to get 30 people, if 75 people was in your organization, you would get 2,000. If 225 people was in your organization, you would get $5,000 a month. That's life. Listen, $600 is life-changing money. Imagine 5,000. Chairman 10, which is one of my mentors. She's a chairman 10. And my other mentor, he's platinum 2. He's about to be platinum 5,000. This is real life money. Makes $10,000 a month. She gets paid $2,500 every Friday. All because she told friends and family, and they told their friends and family, and they told their friends and family, and they told their friends. That's it. And in the company, you looking down, look at this one, Chairman 500, right? $125,000 a week. A week, right? Got 30,000 people in their network. That's $500,000 a month. Can you imagine? $500,000. Oh my. Some people's financial thermostats can't even go that big. They can't even process that in their brain. Oh, that can't be possible. Well, guess what? We got 3 people that are Chairman 500. We got 3 people that are Chairman 500, and 2 of those 3 people, their testimony is that they was delivering pizza and they were doing Uber know why? Because they put in the work. And they got back what they put in. Because whatever you do in life, you give it your all, hard work will always pay off. But when you give it half behind, and you over here slacking and doing whatever, you're going to get half results. That's just the facts. That's the way of life. That's the law of the universe. That's just how it is, guys. That's just how it is. That's how God designed it. You know? And then they got bonuses, and that's it. That's really it, guys. That's it. If you thinking and this information is good, and you know this is for you, I'm gonna end it here. I want you to get back to the person that brought you in here. I want you to get back with them and let them know. Let them know what you want to do. If you're ready to take this chance and invest in yourself, $40 a week. We talking about $40 a week investing in yourself. And Warren Buffett said it, a multi-billionaire. He's the third richest man in the world. He might be the fourth, because I think Mark Zuckerberg knocked him out, the creator of Facebook. He's the fourth richest man in the world. He said the greatest investment that you can make is in yourself. And all we saying is for you to invest $40 a week in yourself. And past results ain't guaranteed, but I promise you, with the mentorship with Eric Sawyer, he's on this call right now. I just see him on the call. My mentor's on this call right now. With his mentorship and Speller's mentorship and the people above her and Christopher Terry, the sky's the limit, guys. Don't sleep on the opportunity. Get back to the people that brought you on this opportunity. Hit them up. And if you guys are willing to sign up tonight, right now, I will sacrifice my night and I will get back on the call and I will help you start your business. I will help you get started in your trading journey. I will do that. I will sacrifice my night tonight. It's already at 9 o'clock. And I will sacrifice, I will get on the call with you however long you need, and I will help you out. If you to sign tonight. If you're serious about your life, sign up tonight. I will get on the call. I will sacrifice it for you guys. With that being said, guys, I hope you have a good night. I love you all. Have a good night. Be God bless. Stay encouraged. Get back to the person that brought you on this call or that gave you this information. Let them know what you think. And that's it, guys. Have a good night. God bless you all. I'll see you guys on the other side.
God bless, Manny. Thank you so much.
Thank you.